Hello, my name is Barry Pittendry, and welcome to this joint meeting between our organizations. I'm representing our team that includes Dr. Julia Bello Bravo and John Medendorp. Scientific Animations Without Borders, or SAWBO, is based at Purdue University, and I'll give a brief introduction today during this short presentation, and then there'll be a series of other pre-recorded presentations around details of a lot of our processes. First and foremost, what is SAWBO, or Scientific Animations Without Borders? SAWBO is based at Purdue University, which is a land-grant university in the United States. We are not a company. We are not an NGO. We are not a government or intergovernment agency. We are a global good public e-extension system. We seek to make e-extension available to all literacy levels, all languages, all people. We do e-extension through evidence. As we are also researchers, we take scaling processes and understand those scaling processes so we can collectively do better e-extension together. All e-extension needs to be based on evidence, and thus we are an evidence-based program. What is the problem with e-extension? No one group, organization, or even country has the resources or capacity to do it all. This is inclusive of our own institution. We don't have the capacity to do it all. It has to be done collectively across the planet. It has to be collectively done across experts from around the globe to contribute to public good e-extension, whereby others can take that public good e-extension and use it and scale it, and then share their experiences and outcomes with the world so others can do e-extension better, or all of us can do e-extension better, and thereby extension better. Extension agent, so one of the second problems with extension is extension agent to farmer ratio makes traditional extension impossible to scale. This is not just true in Africa. This is true in the United States. We do not have the resources in my own state to properly scale extension. I have an extension component as part of my own position for working in the state. Our programs do not have enough resources to scale across the state. We have to use different models. But the only way we can do effective e-extension will be through a global community effort. And we are a global community effort. We work with organizations from around the world to create content. National Agricultural Research Services, researchers from universities, CGIAR Center partners, FAO, many organizations from around the planet. We work together to create content that can be used by anyone as a global good. What will you get from collaborating with SAWBO? You will get a scalable e-extension system that will allow you to scale across your country at an ultra-low cost. First and foremost, we do not charge for this system. It is completely free for you to use and for you to scale. We will work with you to put the content into your languages that you need for your people, and we will provide you the tools to scale. The tools are freely available for scaling, and you can use them and get people across your country to use those tools to scale. And you will have impact in your community. Based on the evidence that we have in other places we've worked in, we know that if done properly, you can have impact in your community and get extension materials out to into people's hands so it can have impact and they can change behavior. There are multiple mechanisms once the content is created that we make available where people can easily access the materials and download it. This is just one example of a web portal online where the videos will be made available once they're translated into local languages and we co-brand with you. The videos are then made available in the local language and are easily downloadable. This happens to be a co-branded website with one of our partner organizations, CEMIT, which is a CGIAR center, on a particular project we did with them. And you'll see you can simply, an individual, once the content is created, you can click on the specific animation, check for the particular language that you want to download, and it can be downloaded in numerous different formats. It makes it very easily accessible for downloading. We can co-brand a website and a web portal that can be specific for your country and your National Agricultural Research System, that contains only those videos for your country, making it easily accessible for you to link your website to this website so that all content becomes very easily accessible to anybody in your country that wants to use it. As I mentioned, we can co-brand websites. This is an example website in Rwanda with RAB where we've co-branded, and the videos are available that have been approved by RAB that are in the local language Kinyarwanda. And thereby, it can be linked, this website can be linked to your website, for example, if we do a co-branded website, and then it makes it very easily accessible from your web system. So anybody can use the materials, anybody can download them, anybody or any organization in your country can then scale it. We also will make the content available in our app. Our app allows for scaling across the country in a very easy manner using cell phones and tablets. We can do one of two pathways of AI pushes that can get the content out to large numbers of people in a country. That requires resources. It's not particularly expensive, but it does require resources. The other methodology is that you can do partner training programs, training extension agents, and other organizations on how to use the content and use the app in order to scale. It's a very simple process. And the app is freely available and will be freely available into the future for use by any organization, any individual organization or government agency that wants to use it for scaling. The SAWBO app is freely available on Google Play for Android phones. It can be easily downloaded, and once it's downloaded, people can easily determine which country they want the content from and which language they want it in, download it on the app, and the app allows for easy use online or offline for sharing with others. The end goal is very simple: making educational content that is accurate around research for development innovations available for anybody to watch and anybody to understand, anybody to change behavior, and anybody to innovate. On the top corner here, you see a young woman watching a SAWBO video on a cell phone. And through the other pictures, you see a man who had downloaded our video in Swahili, this in Kenya. He downloaded one of the videos and he practiced the technique that was created in the video and used it in order to control pests in a banana crop. So we have content in many different topic areas, over 200 topic areas for agriculture, human health, and women's empowerment, and it's in over 300 languages. Our app itself allows for easy use anywhere where people have cell phones or have access to tablets, and they can download the app and they can use it to scale content. This is an example of a fairly remote area in Burundi where the app was downloaded, where it was used to scale. This picture of the young woman watching this is not the picture of somebody that's in this heat map here, but simply a picture of somebody that was watching a video by one of her collaborators, but it provides an example. The heat map shows here where the app was used in a particular village. We do not keep track of any personal information. We don't keep track of phone numbers, emails, or people's names or any personal data. However, the app, when people allow us to understand where it's being used, we have a dot on a map to show when and where content is being used. However, we know nothing about who is using it. We purposely do this because we do not want the responsibility of people's data. And we want people to have access to these materials without a concern about any of their information being collected. So this is just an example of one place in Burundi in one day where the app was downloaded and content had been used in 50 different events. This is an example of somebody who downloaded an app or our app, and it's a small island in Lake Malawi that has about 4,000 people on it. Somebody downloaded the app and used it for multiple events on the island. And also you see a heat map of many spots in one day where the app had been used to download and share SAWBO extension materials. You also see here a heat map of numerous uses across the Democratic Republic of Congo in one day, including areas that are conflict zones where nobody can travel, especially not an extension agent. Um, so content can be used in any area as long as people have access to internet to download, and then they can use materials offline. The app allows for use online and offline. We are well aware that many people do not have cell phones or may not have access to internet. So there's another model that can be used with the app. The app can be downloaded onto a tablet. The tablet can be then used to download all the videos in the given language in the village where you want to deploy the information into. Those videos can be downloaded. The app can be taken to a village with a solar charger panel, small solar charger panel to charge the tablet, and people can view the videos again and again and again. And later on, the tablet can be taken back and new languages can be put on it, videos and new languages can be taken out to other villages where it can be used essentially as an encyclopedia in a village where people may not have cell phones and may not have access to internet. Additionally, the videos can be used on other devices like Pico projectors or television stations. This is an example in Rwanda where the videos have been used in school feeding programs. So students are trained on how to grow food in school, and then it's used to produce the food that's used in the school. There are numerous models by which the content can be used, and you can choose whichever strategy you want to use the content. We do not put any restrictions on the models of how you use the content. In fact, we strongly recommend people to use whatever makes sense for them, and definitely tell us your stories of how you've used it and what has been successful. I'm going to give you some examples of where the app has been used, and these are just some countries based on projects that we're working on recently. In Malawi alone, over close to 14,000 people have downloaded the app and used it. In the DRC, close to 10,000 people have used it. In Tanzania, well over 7,000 people. In Zambia, 3,300. In Burundi, 1,400. Rwanda, a little over 1,100 people have downloaded and used the app. This is just a 2-month metric of downloads and use of the app. We only started determining this data in the last several months of keeping track of which countries content's been used. But just to give you an example, it is very easy to scale across a country and allow large numbers of people to use the content. So what we offer is a completely scalable e-extension system that can be used with your current extension system and can be used in order to make your extension agents far more effective. So when they use the app, one of the other mechanisms you can use is download the videos through the app and then share it with WhatsApp groups in the country. There'll be further discussions in some of the videos that are provided, or Sestino will explain them during the rest of this program. How can we collaborate? You will need to pick the videos you need in local languages for your country of existing videos we have. We're not in a position to create new videos at this time due to changes in funding. Unfortunately, due to the dissolution of USAID, which was a significant funding source for creating new content. So we can't make new animations, but you can pick from the existing animations. So let me rephrase this. We can't make new animations without new funding mechanisms. However, we can work with you to translate existing animations into local languages. You will need to translate them from your end and do the voice recordings. This will be at your cost. We can then place the voiceovers onto the videos and co-brand with you. These videos will then be made available on our website and SAWBO app for easy use. You can then scale the app through trainings, or where there is funding, AI tools can be used to push the app to thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people across a given country. So thank you very much for joining the program today, and I wish you the best of success. My apologies, I could not be there today. I'm currently traveling and in the air during all of today, so unfortunately was not able to join you. I wish you all the best working with Sestino and the rest of CARDESA today, and look forward to potentially collaborating with your teams moving forward. Thank you very much, and all the best.